Hey yo, what's good with a YouTube? It's your boy Snackery Xylophone checking in for a brand new implementation, a brand new installment here on the channel, and may I add, a late night installment. Your guys' favorite as well as my favorite, right? But seriously today, you guys, I'm walking in the gym looking like Barney or some shit. But no, you guys, my favorite workouts are late at night. And tonight on this given workout, I was reminded. I was reminded by the gym. I was reminded by the weights. I was reminded by the sweat pouring off of my taint. Oh my god, I can't be doing that on YouTube. You know what? I'm leaving it in there. I don't even give a shit. I was reminded of how much I love these workouts, how much these late night sessions mean to me. Because when I walked in the facility, there were two people there. I had a conversation before I started, and after that, I had the entire gym to myself, you know? It's such a good feeling. And at times, I question that, like, there's no one here, man. I don't need to push myself as much, or, I don't have to put as much weight on to impress anybody. But that, in a way, that's not the way these workouts go. When I'm in there alone, I'm not afraid to push myself that extra mile because I'm not afraid of, having people turn around and look straight at me when I'm grunting or pushing out that extra rep. Or if I fail, if I fail and there's, let's say on the squat rack, if I'm trying to max out and I fail and I'm forced to somewhat spill the weight back down, you guys have seen how I fail with squats. You see everyone in the background, they turn, they look at you like you're fucking lifting too much weight, and you feel like an idiot, and it takes you out of the workout. And that happens to me all the time, whether it's dumbbell pressing, you name it. I don't want to get into that, but having people around you, it can really serve as a distraction. And when I go in the gym at any given time, I actually get in trouble by my fiance. She always gets so pissed at me, but I always put my phone in airplane mode. And besides switching through a playlist of different music, I don't get on my phone, besides that music and besides looking at like my programming or whatever that I may have in my notes. That's it. I don't get on my phone to look at Twitter, Instagram. And that's something that I find a lot of guys doing. I see people Snapchatting and everything like that. And don't get me wrong, there's no problem with that. There's many people who can have really productive workouts while still getting on their phone, while still texting. And I wouldn't necessarily say it's a good idea to put your phone in airplane mode because you never know what kind of emergency may arise. But I think you guys get what I mean. In this workout, I kept every exercise, the rest time in between each set to a very low minimum. I only allowed 30 to 45 seconds in between each set, enough time to change out the weight or change the weight stack, like alternate whatever exercise that I'm actually performing, just enough time to do that. And that's really all you need for the number of reps that I was performing. Have I even went into that yet? Let me go into that real fast. The number of reps that I performed in this workout, write it down if you got a pen, were 24 reps followed by 16, 12, 10, and then 8. So that is a total of 5 sets per exercise, and I did a total of 6 exercises. So how many sets is that in total? Like 30? Yeah, around 30 sets, I would say, unless my math is absolutely fricked up. So that's pretty high volume. I actually have done plenty of workouts of lasting anywhere to 35 to 45 sets in total, and that's absolutely nuts, complete absurdity. But I allow myself a little bit extra rest time, and I'm not working with super heavy weights. And that's the other thing about this workout. I'm not working with the heavy poundages at all. I decided to back off and really focus in on what I was doing. And the first 3 exercises you guys saw were pull-ups, followed by a lat pull-down, and the current pullover, dumbbell pullover that I'm doing right now. And the meaning behind that was to work on my lat width. For whatever reason, I've already addressed this plenty of times, but I'm really lacking in the front lat department. Like if I do a front lat spread, I'm sure I do at the end of the workout, I don't remember. But when I do a front lat spread, my lats seem shallow. They aren't as pronounced. But when you look at me from the back and I do a lat spread, I have a great V-taper and my waist is slim enough to where it gives that illusion of me having some sort of angel wings or something, some kind of Pteranodon Quetzalcoatlus freaking type stuff, if you guys even know what that means. But I don't know what it is, if it's my attachments or if I just need to freaking put in more lat work, direct lat work. God, I can't talk. And that's what I've been trying to focus on. I've been trying to start more of my workouts with things like pull-ups, things like lat pull-downs, and performing more sets of pulling, pull-down type movements. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this in one take, so I may be stuttering and sounding all kinds of stupid in different languages. That's okay. That's something I'm willing to take advantage of and put out there because it's my true personality. I'm an idiot. So after that, you guys saw I've sped up a lot of the exercises too. Keep that in mind. And that's simply to save you guys time. This workout would have been 20 plus minutes if I didn't speed up some of the sets. And I didn't want to bore you guys. I just wanted to show every set that was performed because that was important to me. And I feel like it's important to show you guys that from time to time instead of cutting out so many different sets. So that's what I aim to do with this. Right here, the T-bar row. I have the attachment and I'm touching the ground in between each rep. However, I'm trying my best to control the negative with each rep. Pulling my elbows as far back as I possibly can. In fact, I was hitting myself with the weight a couple of times, and on one of the sets, I pinched my chest in between those plates, and damn did it hurt. I've done that in the past before too, but I have like a permanent blood blister there from those plates pinching my freaking tits off. So after that, I went to the back room and I was doing some barbell rows. I wasn't going to go extremely heavy. I'm using bumper plates, and to be honest, you guys, with the barbell rows and the deadlifts, I can't give you actual numbers of how much weight I was using because I don't even remember what these bumper plates were actually weighing in at. So we're going to just have to guesstimate here. But anyways, I try my best, just like the T-bar rows, to control the negative. And I didn't want to have a complete pause at the top and squeeze, but I can sure as shit tell y'all that I was squeezing like a mother effer at the top. And barbell rows, for me, I love to mess around with different like grip placements. I find that the wider you hold towards the plates, the more of your middle back you will be working, the more of your upper back, and the more of your, probably I would say, rear delts. I tend to hold like at a medium grip because if I go too close, I use nothing but arm drive. But here you can see, I guess I would call this somewhat of a wide grip. And I was really almost parallel to the ground. And that's so that I can completely target my upper back as well as part of my lower. I mean, this hits the overall back when you're bent over and parallel with the ground. I would normally stand on a bench so that I'm elevated and I can actually get more out of it in terms of range of motion because I'm a tall dude and I have long ass arms. But that's something also like with the deadlift here. Having my long arms, it can be difficult for me to feel my back work, but at the same time when I go to an exercise like the deadlift, it decreases my range of motion. And I'm not a super tall guy or anything, but for like bodybuilding standards, 6 feet tall, I don't know, would you consider that tall? You guys give me some feedback. I have no idea. I know that most bodybuilders are much more compact and much shorter normally, and so it's easier for them to fill out. That's just my take on it. I don't know how true that is, and it's interesting to talk about because it's so cool to look at different bodybuilders and look at different body types to see what type of insertions they have and see how full a muscle can look from person to person, because I have relatively awesome muscle bellies. You know, I can admit that, and I kind of believe that. I have good ass, like, arm muscle bellies, I guess I would put it, and good attachment points. And I wouldn't give my genetics away for anything. And I don't even know if I want to call it genetics, but I wouldn't, like, trade my body for someone else's. And I don't want to sound arrogant, but I like to be tall, and I like my body type because I can still be athletic. I can still sprint really fast. I can still jump pretty damn high. And if I were really short, I feel like I would fill out a lot faster in terms of like muscle mass, and I would almost feel muscle bound. Like my size, you guys, I don't want to get any bigger. What I want to continue to do is build quality muscle. And most people will be like, "Oh, how the fuck do you build quality muscle, Zach? What the fuck does that mean?" And it just means that I want to stay lean and I want to see quality in the muscle. I want to see maturity, further maturity. That's just something that I want to focus on instead of like, oh, I want to get as big as I possibly can. I want my arms to get as big as possible, my thighs to get as big as possible. I want to have a quality physique, and I've said that plenty of times before, but these are the final sets of the whole workout. I don't think this is the final set. The next one is. And again, focusing on squeezing my back. It was really difficult, actually, saving the deadlifts for last like this. Oh, no, that was the last set, but that's the end of the workout, you guys. I'm a little bit of a higher body fat right now, and I think I weigh around 180, 181, 182-ish, but I feel comfortable. That's the end of the video. I hope you guys all enjoyed very much, so I would love to hear some feedback. See, there's my shallow-ass lat spread, but I would love to hear your guys' feedback about whether or not you try this workout. Until next time, I love you all so much. Peace out. Bye.